Many Adventists have been asking, what is the gospel? What is the gospel of Jesus Christ? Well, the whole gospel is summarized in the book of John, John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have an everlasting life. So, through Jesus Christ, we are able to receive an everlasting life. It's just by believing in him. But now, remember, faith without works does not work. So we need to have works when we have faith. So it should be a living faith, not just a dormant faith that just emanates from the heart but not portrayed by the actions that we do. So our actions is by acting what Jesus has said. So if we believe in him as Jesus says, whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. How is the life now coming up if we are believing in Jesus Christ? So Jesus said in a small statement that if we love him, we need to keep his commandments. John chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments. So it is through keeping his commandments that we are able to show that we love Jesus Christ. And upon loving Jesus Christ, we are now able to show that we believe in him and eventually have an everlasting life. He said in Matthew chapter 5, verse 17, think not that I'm come to destroy the law or the prophet, but I'm not come to destroy, but to fulfill the law. So Jesus came to fulfill the law. So he says that we don't even have to think that he came to destroy the law or the prophet. He came to fulfill what is right upon man. So if you love him, keep his commandments. That's what he says. If we love Jesus, don't just tell him that we love you, Jesus, but keep his commandments. It is through keeping his commandments that we show that we love him. So through the gospel, that when God so loved the world that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life, we are able to know that the belief that we have needs to be accompanied by the word of God, needs to be accompanied by obeying his law, his heart, that shows his character. So we can portray Jesus' character, God's character, if we are to obey his commandments. So the commandments were not nailed to the cross. The commandments are still working today and will ever be working for eternity. So the commandments have never been nailed to the cross. It is the ceremonial laws that were nailed to the cross, not the law, the 10 commandments that define God's character. So let's know to love Jesus Christ, how we can love him, how we can believe in him through his commandments, through his law. Thank you.